Jurors on Tuesday found Guzman guilty of all 10 counts, including running a criminal enterprise, in a trial that began in November in New York. Beyond putting Guzman's personal life and drug dealings on public display, the case has also highlighted Mexico's longtime fight to bring down its chief adversary in the bloody war on drug trafficking. In January 2016, after some 3 decades running drugs, Guzman was caught in his native northwestern state of Sinaloa. "I supply more heroin, methamphetamine, cocaine, and marijuana than anybody else in the world. I have a fleet of submarines, airplanes, trucks, and boats," Penn said Guzman told him at the drug lord's mountain hideout. Mexico's government extradited Guzman in January 2017, a day before Donald Trump took office as U.S. president on vows to tighten border security to halt immigration and drug smuggling. Violence began to surge in 2006 as the government launched a war on drug trafficking that splintered criminal groups and sent killings spiraling. Mexico has registered more than 250,000 homicides since then, including a record number of killings last year. Guzman's Sinaloa cartel went on smuggling hundreds of tons of heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and crystal meth across Mexico's border with the United States. Elusive kingpin security experts concede the 5-foot 6-inch Gangster was exceptional at what he did, managing to outmaneuver, outfight or outbribe his rivals to stay at the top of the drug trade for over a decade. Rising through the ranks of the drug world, Guzman carefully observed his mentors' tactics and mistakes, forging alliances that kept him one step ahead of the law for years. Mexican soldiers and U.S. agents came close to Guzman on several occasions, but his layers of bodyguards and spies always tipped him off before they stormed his safe houses. In preparing for a raid in 2014, U.S. officers restricted information to a small group for fear of corruption among Mexican law enforcement. Drug Enforcement Administration agent Victor Vasquez testified in Guzman's trial. Sinaloa roots. Guzman was born in La Tuna, a village in the Sierra Madre Mountains in Sinaloa state where smugglers have been growing opium and marijuana since the early 20th century. He ascended in the 1980s, working with Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, alias the Boss of Bosses, who pioneered cocaine smuggling routes into the United States. 2 weeks later, police arrested him in Guatemala and extradited him to Mexico. During his 8-year prison stay, Guzman smuggled in lovers, prostitutes, and Viagra, according to accounts published in the Mexican media. Guzman hid near his childhood home, agents said, but rumors abounded of him visiting expensive restaurants and paying for all the diners. In 2007, Guzman married an 18-year-old beauty queen in an ostentatious ceremony in a village in Durango state. The state's archbishop subsequently caused a media storm when he said that everyone, except the authorities, knew Guzman was living there. Guzman's bride, Emma Coronel, gave birth to twins in Los Angeles in 2011. She attended nearly every day of her husband's trial in New York, at one point donning a red blazer that matched his own. Between 2004 and 2013, Guzman's gangs fought in all major Mexican cities on the U.S. border, turning Ciudad Juarez and Nuevo Laredo into some of the world's most dangerous places. Guzman's Sinaloa cartel often clashed with the Zetas, a gang founded by former Mexican soldiers, arming its crew with rocket-propelled grenades and heavy machine guns. In 2008, hitmen working for a rival murdered Guzman's son Edgar, a 22-year-old student. Guzman reportedly left 50,000 flowers at his son's grave. In the 1990s, Guzman became infamous for hiding several tons of cocaine in cans of chili peppers. In the following decade, his crew took drugs in tractor-trailer trucks to major U.S. cities including Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Chicago, indictments say. Forbes magazine put the kingpin's wealth at $1 billion, though investigators say it is impossible to know exactly how much he was worth.